For inviting me here this evening. I want to talk very briefly about the importance of raising the design quality in the built environment, though I do suspect actually that I'm preaching to the converted. But you know, I don't think it ever does any harm to hear over and over again just what an important job it is that you do. It's now 3 years, of course, since the establishment of Architecture and Design Scotland, and the recent launch of its new 3-year corporate plan, I believe, marks a bit of a turning point for the organisation. We all know that A+DS was established to support government in aims to foster excellence in design in Scotland's built environment, and of course to proactively promote the value and benefits of good architecture. It was established to be a national champion for good design because I think there was a recognition right across the Parliament, certainly right across the sector, and I think generally across society there seems to be much more of a recognition that the design of buildings and places in Scotland is very, very important to the quality of all our lives. We know that better buildings and better places have a key role to play in delivering government objectives for a huge range of issues, including, of course, economic prosperity, but also social equality and sustainability. And it's not just about making buildings and places look better, although it is very important that our surroundings are as attractive as they can be. It's also about making buildings and places that function well, both for business and for communities. And I believe that that's a lot of what Architecture and Design Scotland are about. Making places which are not only economically successful, but which are healthier and safer. And the work in the schools and the hospitals and health and education are so very important in that. People are entitled to a high quality of life, and they're entitled to have that where they live and where they work. During its first 3 years, Architecture and Design Scotland put a great deal of effort into setting up its organisational structure, working out how it could in fact influence the quality of new development and how to make these networks that are so very, very important so that we're all working together to that end. And of course part of that was forming partnerships with other stakeholders. And during that last 3 years, A+DS has also begun to make inroads into driving up design quality in our built environment in particular sectors. It should be remembered, of course, that a great deal of the work takes place behind the scenes, such as the A+DS Design Review function, where it provides what I'm reliably informed is informed comment on significant new developments. But, as I said earlier, I also think that we've reached a turning point for the organisation. Over the coming 3 years, I want the organisation to help me very significantly to build upon the strengths of past architecture policy. I believe that past policy has been successful in many of its programmes, but I think it's capable of so much more, and I want it to do so much more. I want to make sure that the aspirations of policy are transformed into reality and make a much greater impact in terms of real change on the ground. In a couple of months' time, I intend to publish a new statement on architecture, setting out an agenda for action. It will be very focused, and it will have a big emphasis on a few particular things. On managing change in the built environment in a sustainable manner. On coordination of built environment policies and forming the right partnerships. On having the right skills in place to deliver the sustainable places that we all want. And on realising our aspirations through change on the ground. And again, that ultimate of delivering great places. Government itself must overcome many challenges if Scotland is to be the place that we wish it to be in the future. There are the issues of climate change and sustainable development generally. They're key issues which we have to address within a wide range of our policies. And sustainability has to underpin all decisions on the built environment. Not just in individual buildings, but in how we create neighbourhoods, how we regenerate, and how we see our new settlements. Not only green places, but places where people want to be. Places where communities will flourish. And I would like to see a lot of emphasis on the communities themselves having input into the places that they truly want to be. It's a key focus of this government, and I think that Architecture and Design Scotland has a critical role in getting that message across and making sure that sustainable thinking and thinking about good design is mainstreamed into the development processes. And I think there's steps being taken towards that already. Certainly in government, we've looked at how we structure the fantastic talent that we have across these areas, how they can work together, how ministers can work together and all be taking part in the decision making that's so important in the future. I do think, as I said earlier, that a general level of awareness and commitment to that good design is improving across Scotland, but there's still a great big task there for Architecture and Design Scotland in helping to raise the aspirations for building design and that placemaking across all the sectors. We really do have to effect a very positive change in our built environment. I certainly will be doing my part alongside colleagues in government to ensure that we support those who share these aspirations. And I will be looking to Architecture and Design Scotland in turn to provide me with its expertise and support in that ambition to help make Scotland's built environment a better place to live for all of us. I think it's been started off rather well. I think over the last year there's been a bit of a surge on the way forward, and I was delighted to learn when I came in tonight that Paul was at the Lifelong Education and Lifelong Learning Committee this morning. I think A+DS can engage very, very well across sectors and across civil society, and it should be the automatic place that people turn to for advice and indeed to know that when they look at A+DS, what they're seeing is very, very good practice. So thank you again for inviting me here tonight. I think that, as I said, we have a turning point with the corporate plan. I think we can start moving forward, and I think we can be optimistic about that move forward. Thank you very much.